quality, yeah. Full air quality. Yeah, but it's full wear, and I don't like not wear.
Is it going to dry up? It's not even going to dry up.
You just even use at the same time for a winter.
Yeah, and you only get 2 sets of wet, so I'm going to go out for a while.
But you don't need any anyways.
Put the front wing down.
Nice fuel.
I put 5.3. Hey guys, it's me, Sparks, and we're back with another video. This is PSGLF1 France round 4, I believe. And it's wet, very wet, as you can see, which is not ideal, as my dry pace was very good in practice, with the PB being a 0.4, and I couldn't really go much slower than a 0.6 even if I tried, to be honest. Yeah, so that it was quite annoying seeing the wet. The wet, I've not been amazing on this game, not in the sense that I'm slow, but I just make mistakes a lot more than last game when I absolutely loved the wet. So I don't know what's really happened, so it's definitely a weak point that we need to work on. But yeah, I'm just showing you a lap here, just to kind of show you the conditions. You cannot see a thing, and as you can see, the cars, yeah, all over the place. These conditions are really hard to drive in if you don't league race. Most people do, I'd imagine, who watch these, but if you don't, and yeah, it's very hard to drive in, especially with no assists. The car just wants to step out, you can't feel a thing in the throttle. And keep in mind that corner we just passed for our last run, because something big happens there. I can't, I'm not gonna lie, it's not good what happens there, so yeah, it's just kind of what happens, isn't it? But yeah, this chicane was also a pain in the ass. We'd come out of here and we'd just absolutely lose it. Yeah, and not amazing. This next corner is usually flat in F1 cars in the dry, but it's the wet, so we lift a bit first lap on. You could maybe take it flat. I mean, maybe, I think in inters maybe you could, like, it'd be on the limit, and it would depend on your setup, but there's no need in taking a risk again, maybe half a tenth. Through here, I could not see my braking point at all, as it was the start of a curb, and that was just an awful corner in general. And yeah, this is just all about finding your feet. Really, in wet sessions, you don't really want to worry about getting a quick lap in. You kind of just drive and make sure it's clean. It's not really about pushing the limits like the dry, where you know when you've messed a corner up. Here, you can wheel spin a little, but still get pole. You know what I mean? So it's not all about track evolution is mad, nailing every single corner. It's just about being clean with your laps, really. So whoever's the smoothest driver usually does very well. So we're just whizzing through quality. Track evolution is huge in the wet, as I'm sure you know. And we're going to show you my final run, where it can all go wrong or it can all go great, because track evolution is coming in. I have to admit, we did go out a bit too late, as it dried up a bit too much at the end, but nevertheless, we'll see why my tyres heat up so much at the end of the lap, because yeah, something happens. So starting our lap, visibility's got a bit better as it has dried up, as I said. Going into T1, my braking point was the start of the curb in the dry, so we brake just after the start of the first curb. And yeah, we gain a tenth and a half to a tenth, drops down a bit on the exit. So our tenth up, that's pretty solid so far. Through here, don't want to invalidate, but we're still in the limit, and that was actually a very nice corner as well. You're just trying to keep it clean, as I said, make sure it's smooth, try and minimise wheel spin, short shifting like mad. And we're about a tenth and a half up now, it's climbing, and we're about 2 tenths up, coming through this corner. We're going to go into the big straight, and I squeal watching that. And at this moment I wanted to put my head through a wall. We've just lost 3 tenths, as we're 2 tenths up now, we're a tenth down. And the tyres are boiling. And I was, in my head, I was screaming. We would have easily got a 0.1 this lap. Too warm. Like, where's it going?
And
Yeah, watching this back really annoys me, I can't lie. Like, I just I can't believe it. I'm fuming watching this back, to be honest. Absolutely stupid mistake from me. But yeah, just carrying on with the lap. The tyres are done at this point. The car's all over the place. I'm sweating as well after this point because I'm so angry. And yeah, so pretty much we're just trying to save whatever we can, maybe improve by a tenth. or whatever we can, really. I mean, there's not much we can do. So coming round the final corner, pretty average. We're 10th up, but we lose it on the exit. Tyres don't help that. And we come up to the line, what's going to be? And it's P9.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're so unlucky. We went out and the track got worse. I did improve.
And I'm complaining there, but I can't lie.
I lost 2 times at the first
There's
one,
not.
so I think it
I
would've
don't have
been
an
four
excuse
points.
for that, to be honest. That was all my fault. It was just to heat the moment. But look, if you think about it, we lost 3 tenths, so we would have been the high 0.1 minimum, and that would have put us at least 4th. And if we improved even more, we could have got 2nd. Pole might have been a bit of a stretch, but honestly, 2nd was on the. It was there. It was sitting right in front of me, and I lost it. So I'm really annoyed about that, to be honest. As you can hear. And yeah, I keep saying it, but looking back on that frustrates me so much, because wet has been one of the things for some reason I've dropped off on, and this session I actually had the pace easily to get a top 3, and it all went. But yeah, it's things happen. Not everyone's perfect, but we're gonna have to improve on it for the next races. But hopefully that was just damage limitation, really. I mean, we've done the same in Britain. I think we started 12th and finished 6th. We're in a DRS fest track. So we've got to hope it all goes well now. So selecting our strategy, you want to do hard medium. Everybody else is an alt strat, so it's not like I have an advantage. You can hear me. I was very panicked at this point because it wasn't letting me put hards on, and I was kind of crapping it. Putting the front wing up and fixing fuel.
I think I'm gonna go 15.
We also put this one up just in case, because sometimes the game, yeah, it doesn't work for some reason. Sometimes the game will like put you onto the strategy. So I just made sure I've done both.
Where did you get a lap in your mediums? 5%. I don't know. I only did 1 lap and they won 5, so they could have been high 5, could have been low 5. I don't know.
So if we say it's like worst 6, like you can put 27.
Well, you can do 10 and there'll be 60. So
Yeah.
11, 12. Yeah, I'd say about 12 is about right, to be honest. Maybe a bit longer. Well, if I pit 15 and you go 14, I'd say. So.
As you can hear in the background, we're talking about tyre strategy, as you pretty much want to pit as early as you can in these situations, and not much people practice alt strat unless you're planning and starting 11th, or you don't think you've got the pace for top 10. Yeah, we had no clue really what to do. Gamer did practice a bit of the alt strat, so we had a rough idea of the wear lap, so we could calculate how early we could pit, but it was very rough. But nevertheless, start of the race, alt to play for, you don't get points in quali, so 5 red lights. And away we go. We get an average start, a bit too much wheel spin, but doesn't look like anyone else around us got a much better start. Going into turn 1, I kind of thought in my head I was doing a bit of a Verstappen, let's send it. We send it a bit too much, and we understeer off. Either way, air would have shoved us off, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. We hold position. Vasa Racer's trying to go down or outside. We're trying to defend from it while not hitting aero. We break a bit early just to not hit aero, and I think Vasa Racer hits the back of us. I don't believe we got wing damage, as he looked fine for the whole race. But yeah, that's a pretty clean first start. That was just the aim, to not get wing damage. As that's race over. Aero's going for a move on Christmas. They're getting a bit nudgy and bargy over there. Going into this braking zone. Aero taps Christmas a bit. This is affecting both of their momentum. Aero's got the move done, but he's had a huge tank slapper. Pushed Christmas off a bit. That might have even got Christmas a warning. We're going to use Aero's slipstream and use all of our ERS. We're already down to 40% ERS. Here I should have really kept on and tried to get Aero, but he closed the door, which he has really every right to. It was not an overtaking spot, and we got Christmas as well. I don't know what actually happened to him. I don't know where he's. He was right behind me now. Faster racers ahead of him. So yeah, no clue what happened there. Gamers half spun, and Casper's came from about 15th all the way up to 9th. So he's in softs, so he's made a huge recovery, which in hindsight it is quite a smart idea, because if he'd done hard medium, it would have been quite difficult to make positions. So you know, I give him credit for thinking about it and risking it. It wouldn't have been a bad strategy from our end either, but I think it's just a bit sketchy. If there's a safety car in like lap 7, he would have been dancing because of it. But yeah, there isn't. So he overtakes us. We let him by because he was taking ages to pass us. And yeah, nothing really happened from there on. We come into the pits, and yeah, it was a pretty clean pit entry. Slowed down pretty well. Matthias follows, and we pretty much don't want to get held at this point. We are the Haas, we're about second last in the pits. One of the reasons I picked the car, even though I got the Williams choice and I didn't. Freaking like, don't ask. We hold Matthew, our teammate. I don't think I've ever heard Matthew so loud in my life. And Matthias jumps us.
I came out the fucking... Oh my god, this game is broken.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I was fuming, and I think I have every right to be honest. I mean, he jumped me out of nowhere. I mean, the car could have easily been let out, and that's gained him 8 tenths. So I don't think it would have affected too much in the pit stops, but it would have been nice to be ahead of him, rather than behind them, because every position counts. But yeah, this is just our outlap. We're just going to try and stay composed after that. It's been quite a rough night so far after qualifying and this race. Well, we're halfway through it now. But yeah, the goal isn't to overtake Matthias, the goal is just to stick with him, use his DRS, blast DRS really, so we can undercut as much people as we can. And I'm sure Matthias has the same goal. I did notice throughout this race that...
Is just far behind the pack now?
Yeah, he's spun.
Yes.
As you can hear, I'm pretty happy that I heard Eustace half spun.
Inside,
No hard feelings used, but yeah, it's quite nice to hear your title rival spun, or half spun even. But yeah, our goal is just to undercut everyone. I did notice throughout this race that everyone was sitting very low in ERS. I was trying to save ERS, and as soon as you tried to save, somebody would go for a move on you. So it was really hard to save. I have noticed there has been a pattern this season where people just don't let you save your rest. They just attack as soon as they see you going slow, which is fair enough. I mean, it's not their problem. But on lap 16 here, you can see we're very low in ERS. Arrows all over us. He's going to send one. No, he's not. Into this chicane. He thinks better of it. On the exit though, we try and get a best exit as we can, and we just deplete all of our ERS to try and defend from Arrow. Arrow is looking very racy. He's going to go down the inside. We move very late. He moves to the inside. He shoves us off a little. We do get a warning for that, so we can get that removed if needed. We go back down the inside, which is a very risky move. We shove him back off track. Very aggressive driving from the both of us. Going into this next left, Arrow is going to squeeze us out, which is fair enough after what we've done to him. And it looks like Arrow is going to hold that position. And I did kind of think at this point, there's no point in fighting him, because we just lose DRS, and yeah, it's just losing it all. As Domi goes down our inside into the chicane, he gets a pretty good run there, and yeah, we block him off, make him cut the corner slightly. Going up to here though, he's going to go round our outside, and
overtaking me?
Yeah, I'm getting annoyed again. Again, it's not their fault, it's just me. I won't say what I'm thinking, but being a very unpleasant person. But yeah, he has every right to, as you know. Don't listen to me being a bit stupid. But yeah, we're kind of just getting mauled at this point. And then at this point I lost a lot of motivation. I was kind of thinking it's all going downhill. But as you see, a lot of violent movements going on up ahead from Aero and Casper.
Oh Jesus.
And yeah, Aero's half spun. So this is where it starts getting tasty from lap 20 onwards. Everyone kind of gets fed up of waiting in trains, and Casper is in the hards as he starts in softs. We've also got Use behind us, our championship rival, so we cannot let him by. He'll be one of the people I fight harder if he goes for a move. And Aero takes out Casper pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't say Aero takes him out, I'm not going to blame anyone, I didn't really see it, but they both crash, and yeah, pretty much gave us a free 2 places. But the issue here is Domi's got a second gap on us now, and we've only got 20% ERS, so we're going to need to drain this completely, and I mean completely. Like, we're going to just have to use it at every corner, every exit, every mini straight, and hope for the best. Really, I'm sure he was thinking we could maybe break them, but yeah, I was not letting this happen. I was putting money on it. I wouldn't let it happen. So I'm just going for it here, taking it like it's a quali lap, absolutely flinging it in, and Domi gets a pen. So that's good for us. We're in net P6 now, and yeah, it's went pretty well so far. So going into this straight, we do have DRS. We've caught 3/10 there. He will naturally pull away as he's closer to the behind of Gamer, the gearbox of Gamer. So he will naturally get more slipstream, but we'll still use a bit more ERS than you would, just to catch right back up, because we want to be a bit closer. This close isn't good enough because it leaves us vulnerable to use. But this has put us in a very bad situation because we're now in 0% ERS, and yeah, it's not going well. But as you can see up at the front, that's Matthias and Alfa Romeo sending, I think it's Dario, yeah, that's Dario, Shizu Dario, pretty sure it is. He goes up the inside of Dario, and I think that's Gamer going for a move on the both of them after getting a good run. It looks like Gamer's got the move, but Dario sent a move on Matthias, and he's clipped Gamer.
A fucking idiot.
And you can hear my very colourful language in the background. Yeah, it's
Safe score.
I don't mean any of it. I felt very bad for Gamer because he didn't deserve that at all. It was just interesting driving from a few people. I think people need to calm down a bit, to be honest. And just, yeah, we're all here to have a bit of fun.
Nobody pit.
But yeah, nobody pits under the safety car after that collision.
Oh my God, my rears are freezing.
And my tyres are freezing at this point
7, 8
when the safety
degrees.
car comes in. And this is going to give us 2 laps to just go all hell at it. But I don't really think much will happen apart from first and second maybe, is everybody's got 100% ERS, and let's be honest, who's going to make a big mistake now with 2 laps to go? It's got to be pretty difficult. So starting the second last lap, we could be in a chance of gaining a few places at the end of this race due to penalties, as there's been some driving going on, as you've just seen. But yeah, starting this last lap, or second last lap, nothing really happens. Everybody just depletes their ERS, and yeah, we'll skip all the way to the last lap, last lap Wilson this time, and we're going to come around the final corner and have a huge run up to the line. Just our rival has a penalty. I don't know if that got removed. I think I heard something about it.
P5.
I could be wrong. But we get P5 on track, and I can confirm that it's P3 after penalties. So really good recovery for me. P11 to P3.
It's not good enough.
I think the most it could have been maybe is P2 if we didn't mess up qualifying. Maybe even the win. I mean, I'm not counting out the win, obviously, but you can't guarantee anything. But either way, like, P3 is good. From starting that far back, it could have been the same qualifying normally. So I was really happy with that when I found out.
Yeah.
So we'll take that. That's a good points for the championship. I need to stop doing these damage limitation races because it's really yeah, we need to stop it pretty much. But our title rivals just didn't score very well, so I think we've as something falls. I think we've overtook him, and I think we've overtook. Yeah, no, we've overtook Thyme, not Thyme, just as we're in second, and Thyme's caught up quite a lot after he got his win. So he's in second now, a few points off us, I'm pretty sure. I think we've got a 3-point gap, which is about 5 or 6 points in real points, like the real life F1 points. But yeah, nevertheless, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, leave a like. I'm not forcing you. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and yeah, see you next time.